Hey DigiCoin Daily fam, it's your go-to source for all things crypto, and today we've got a roller coaster of news, so buckle up, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. First up, Sam Bankman Fried, CEO of FTX, is in hot water, charged with a $40 million bribery conspiracy involving Chinese government officials. The drama unfolds as he allegedly tried to unfreeze accounts owned by Alameda Research. But guess what? He's still not charged for donating over $70 million to US politicians. Interesting, right?
So what do we know about these allegations so far and Bankman Fried's latest charges?
So yesterday, U.S. prosecutors unsealed a new charge against Bankman Fried for allegedly bribing a Chinese official for $40 million to unfreeze accounts associated with his trading firm Alameda, likely while the firm was still based in China. This is now the 13th count brought against Sam Bankman Fried since his original indictment in December.
So everybody remembers, SBF as he's called because of this totally catastrophic collapse of his crypto exchange, especially at a time when everybody's talking about crypto, getting into crypto. But these particular allegations about the bribery, they go back to 2021. So do we have any idea whether this is just coming out now and whether this latest charge is going to have any impact on those other charges he's facing related to the collapse of FTX?
Definitely. So prosecutors have been looking into the unraveling case since November when FTX spectacularly collapsed. We saw the initial charges in December, but they've continued to build their case against the FTX founder. We saw new counts in February, and now obviously this additional 13th count in February, now in March. So it seems that prosecutors are continuing to build the case.
Wow, quite the downfall already. So do we know what's next for Bankman Fried? What's he up to currently?
So right now he's at his parents' home in Palo Alto, where he's under bail. Prosecutors just reached an agreement with his lawyers on what his bail would look like, including no longer having access to most internet services. He's actually going to be expected in New York tomorrow for an arraignment hearing for these new charges, including the ones filed in February. And then his trial is still expected in October.
Wow, a lot of developments there.
Yeah, we'll see if he stays off the internet also. I know that's been part of this conversation as well.
Yeah, fascinating twist there. Leo Schwartz, thanks so much.
Meanwhile, there's a seismic shift in the global financial landscape. Russia is ditching the US dollar for the Chinese yuan, and Saudi Arabia might follow suit. With sky-high inflation, the US might need to embrace a Bitcoin standard soon. Will crypto come to the rescue? Keep your eyes peeled, folks.
Putin announced this week that Russia will begin using the Chinese yuan for international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi Arabia is also in talks with Beijing to do the same thing. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, they are in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the U.S. dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency? Former Assistant Treasury Secretary and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, Monica Crowley, is here to weigh in. Let's start right there. What happens if these emerging economies move away from the U.S. dollar towards the Chinese yuan?
Well, good morning, Will. It's great to be with you. And it's really hard to overstate exactly how catastrophic the abandonment of the U.S. dollar would be as the world's global reserve currency. Look, since the end of World War II, the dollar has been the safe place to go, and it's been backed up by a couple of things. It originally was backed up by gold, but President Nixon took us off the gold standard, so there's no hard asset backing up the dollar anymore for the last 50 years. But also it's been backed up by the strength and economic power of the United States and the fact that oil has always been traded in dollars. If that were to end, that would mean the end of the US dollar. Look, there is a perfect storm happening right now, Will. The world's reserve currency, having that status, has been a real privilege, but we've abused the privilege by wholly reckless monetary and fiscal policies over many years, certainly over the last couple of years, which has really devalued the dollar. On top of that, now you do have this perfect storm of Biden's weakness, his war on American domestic energy production, the Ukraine war, and as you point out, because of all of these things, we've got America's enemies led by China forming a new economic bloc. And all it would take at this point now, because we're at this pivotal moment, Will, is for Saudi Arabia, who has indicated that they're open to this, to say, you know what, we're going to be open to considering other currencies to trade in oil. If that were to happen, there would be a complete implosion of the global economic system, but certainly the American economic system. And if that were to happen, you'd be looking at sky-high inflation, just raging Weimar Republic kind of inflation. If you think inflation is bad now, just wait. But more importantly, we would lose our economic dominance and we would lose our superpower status.
Let's talk about Ethereum. It's making waves with 99% of stable coins in US dollars and 59% on its networks. With stable coins and Ethereum becoming crucial for US national security, we're seeing a brighter future for decentralized finance. Hold on tight, cause we're diving into the gaming world. Sony has big plans for NFTs on its PlayStation 5. Imagine in-game items on the blockchain, as 112 million plus PlayStation users experience a whole new level of gaming. Say hello to NFT transfers across multiple game platforms. Game on, gamers! And if you thought that was cool, Ticketmaster is bringing NFTs to ticketing. No more queues, scalpers, or bots. Just connect your crypto wallet, hold the right NFT, and get your tickets. The future of event ticketing is here. Ethereum's L2 ecosystem is growing fast with the adoption of native protocols, while Charles Hoskinson of Cardano congratulates Ethereum and Polygon on their innovation. Vitalik Buterin celebrates the launch of Polygon's ZK-EMV mainnet beta, and Ethereum's Layer 2 scalings is becoming a reality.
I'm just happy to see ZK EVMs becoming real, I'm happy to see Ethereum Layer 2 scaling becoming fully real and not just something that's kind of theoretical and there's these backdoors that you're not supposed to talk about. It's a big improvement, and I think over the next 6 to 12 months, we're probably going to see even more big improvements on the horizon as both other layer 2s step up and get to stage 1, and Polygon's own implementation continues to improve over time, and at the same time we get EIP 4844 greatly increasing the amount of data space on chain, and rollups hopefully moving quickly to take advantage of that. So I'm excited to see all of those things happen, and excited to really get to the point where we can start to call scaling a solved problem for Ethereum.
So there you have it, folks. The crypto landscape is ever changing, and we're here to keep you informed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more DigiCoin daily updates. Until next time, keep it crypto, fam.